What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another new comic book day haul. I'm your host, AR Comics, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over my top 10 list for New Comic Book Day, November 3rd, 2021. I picked up a total of 12 different issues this week, and I cannot wait to talk about these books. But before I get started off on these issues, if you are new to the channel, I drop weekly comic book content that's going to keep you up to date on all of the latest releases. So if you don't want to miss out on that, make sure you hit that subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified every time I drop new content. You won't regret it. And now, without further ado, let's get started on all the new comics this week. So I hope you all are having a fantastic day so far today. The winner of last week's giveaway, DC's Task Force Z issue number 1, and it's not up here right now, but I'm also going to be sending out Monster Kill Squad issue number 2, is Wilhelm Defriend. Thank you so much, everyone, for entering into the giveaway. Make sure you comment down below on my pinned comment, and we can discuss how I'm going to be getting these two books out to you. Now, as far as this week goes, I'm honestly really excited to talk about these issues. I'd say overall it was a very solid new comic book day. A lot of awesome issues came out, but I picked up 12 issues, so you know what that means. Two of them did not make the top 10 list, and neither of these books are in no particular order. But as always, just be aware, I get really excited talking about some of these issues, and there's probably going to be spoilers. I usually give you a little bit of a heads up, though. So this first issue that did not make the top 10 list is Images, Radiant Black, issue number 9. This is cover A. Now, I'm not going to lie. I've talked extremely highly about this series. I've recommended it to a lot of people, but this second arc feels so different from the first one. The first one was really exciting. There was a lot of action. I felt invested in some of these characters, and I was really pumped just to see where they were going with the story. This second arc just isn't landing the same way with me. I talked about it with a few different people in the comment section. Some people messaged me on Instagram about it, and a lot of people are feeling the same way. I'm going to ride this arc out, and I'm probably going to ride it into the third one, and we're going to go from there. But as of now, I'm just not feeling it like the first arc. So the second issue that didn't make the top 10 list, this was a very last second pickup. We've got Images, brand new volume to the series, The Magic Order, volume 2, issue number 1. This was a very last second pickup. I wasn't sure how I felt about it because I was really excited to read it. I'm very interested in this series, but I didn't read the first volume, so I took a chance on it thinking maybe this new volume, we won't have to know a lot of the backstory. Maybe they'll fill us in a little bit. And while I was excited reading the issue itself, it was cool. It has a nice little horror vibe. I don't know any of the characters. They kind of, the way things were going, you need a little bit more of the backstory. So for those reasons, I'm not going to be continuing on with this series. I want to read the first volume first and go from there. But now let's talk about the real top 10 list. All right, so to kick this top 10 list off first, we've got coming in at number 10. This is Dynamite series. We've got Red Sonja, issue number 3. This is cover A. This has been such a fun read so far. I'm loving it. I love the story. I love just the character development, and the artwork has been absolutely outstanding in my opinion. It really pulls the story together. With this issue, picks up where the last one left off. There was a ton of action, and I'm going to be honest, I did kind of forget what was going on. There was a little bit of time between issues 2 and 3, but they had one little text panel that just brought it all together. It was something along the lines of, girl was kidnapped, 2 necromancers on a ship, we're gonna save her. And I was like, perfect, that's all I needed to hear. And then from there, just a ton of action. And like I was saying before, I love the character development. And as someone who hasn't read a lot of Red Sonja, I was able to jump into this series with pretty much no knowledge. They did a great job refreshing us on who this character is and just where she's going in this story. So for those reasons, definitely check it out if you can. But we've got Red Sonja, issue number 3, coming in at number 10. And next up this week, we've got coming in at number 9, this is Marvel's Strange Academy presents The Death of Doctor Strange, issue number 1. This is just a tie-in to the main series. Honestly, if you're not really reading The Death of Doctor Strange, but you are reading Strange Academy, I'd say still pick this one up. It really isn't tied in with the Death of Doctor Strange series. In my opinion, it fits more in with the actual Strange Academy main run. So with this issue, our main characters for this one in particular is pretty much the 2 brothers on the front and the Enchantress. I'm not going to be getting into that story itself, but after that, we have a bunch of kind of short stories that deal with the rest of the kids from the academy. Not everybody, but the main ones pretty much. So it's basically focused on these 3 and then a little bit of small stories from the other ones, but I really liked how they tied it in. It initially started off basically with, Doctor Strange has died. Spoiler alert, if you haven't read The Death of Doctor Strange, it's also called The Death of Doctor Strange, so I don't know if it really is a real spoiler, but either way, so they bring that up a little bit, and it kind of feels like a Harry Potter vibe where where they're just talking about, it's not safe for you kids here. We have to send you all back home. We're going to get you a safe route back to your family. And then that's when the story really kicks off. So if you're reading the main series of Strange Academy, definitely pick this one up. If you're reading the main series of The Death of Doctor Strange and you're not interested in any of the tie-ins, I'd say you could skip this one. But for those reasons, we've got Strange Academy Presents The Death of Doctor Strange, issue number 1, coming in at number 9. Next up this week, we've got coming in at number 8, and this is a recommendation from you guys. We've got DC's brand new series, Dark Knights of Steel, issue number 1 of 12. This is cover A, and this was an awesome issue in my opinion. I love that cover B, but my shop only had one copy of it left, so I figured I'll let a real DC fan pick that one up. As far as this one goes, I talk about it all the time. I don't have a lot of knowledge on DC, of the DC characters, events that have happened, but as far as this first issue goes, I really enjoyed it. I love the artwork, and it's like a fantasy medieval story. I thought it was really cool. It had Batman in it, the Robins, I believe it was Superman and Superman's son, and I'm really excited to see where they go with this story. Like I said, I might be a little biased. Some DC fans probably are going to like it a lot more than I did, but with someone with not much knowledge of DC, I thought it was still a very cool story. Give it a shot if you had a light week, or even if you're just interested or you were on the fence with it. So for those reasons, we've got DC's new series, Dark Knights of Steel, issue number 1, coming in at number 8. Next up this week, we've got coming in at number 7, this is Images, Frontiersman, issue number 2. This is cover A. Now, I'm a big fan of this issue. I was a big fan of the first one, but I think the one thing that truly stands out to me with this series is the artwork. I love it. If I was doing a top 10 list strictly on the artwork, this would hands down be top 3, and honest to God, it might even hit number 1. It truly is phenomenal. I love the color schemes. I love how all of the objects just pop on the pages as you're reading it. You need to check it out for yourself. As far as the story itself goes, I feel like we're still in the dark about who this frontiersman really is. This issue, we got to see a little bit more about him, but there's all these groups that are coming after him now that he's remade his presence known. And this issue introduced a brand new character. Not going to truly be getting into what that object being kind of is, but I love the artwork that went along with it, and I'm really excited to see where they go with this story. I want to know pretty much everything that's happening in this, so I think we're going to be in this series for the long haul. So for those reasons, we've got Frontiersman, issue number 2, coming in at number 7. And next up this week, we've got coming in at number 6, this is Images, Firepower, issue number 17. This is cover A. Now, I can't recall completely, but I think when I reviewed issue number 16, I said that was probably my favorite issue of the series so far. This second arc has really progressed the story. I'm loving everything that's happening in it. Just the characters, the way everything is being developed. I think Robert Kirkman is absolutely killing it on this one right now. And with this issue, straight action. We get a lot more about this whole Serpent's clan. They've officially made their presence known and their leader, and it's just wild. Everybody is going after each other. It's an all action-packed issue, but we do get a little bit of plot progression as well. I'm a big fan of this arc right now, and I'm really hoping they continue strong with this into the next one. So for those reasons, we've got Firepower, issue number 17, coming in at number 6. And here we go. We're down to top 5 issues of the week. We've got coming in at number 5 this week. This is Aftershock's brand new series. We've got Heathens, issue number 1. This is cover A, and this is the brand new series from Cullen Bunn. He's killing it on everything he's writing right now, and I am so pumped to see where he goes with this story. So this one's definitely going to have spoilers. If you don't want to hear anything about this one, you want to go into it blindly, move on to the top 4, and I'll see you there. Now, as far as this issue goes, man, this was a fun one. I thought the artwork was pretty well done, but the story really grabbed me for this one. So a little bit of spoilers. We've got our main kind of character. It's this pirate right here, but we also have Joseph Stalin, who's the leader of this whole group that he put together. It's all dead villains from the past, and their spirits are basically conjured up to kill other spirits that are now on this earth. So just a couple of the people that they went after the Zodiac Killer, and right now they're after Jack the Ripper. That's where we're at with this story. I'm a big fan of it. I'm really excited to see what Cullen Bunn can do with it. So for those reasons, we've got Heathens, issue number 1, coming in at number 5. All right, so now that we are down to the top 4 of the week, I've just got to say these 4 issues were extremely hard to put in order. I loved all 4 of them. I had to re-go through some of them, really determine what was going to put them above each one. But man, like I said, these are 4 phenomenal issues. They easily could all be top 1 in my opinion. So with this one, we've got coming in at number 4, this is Images, the Me, You, Love in the Dark, issue number 4. This is cover A. Now, this has been a very weird series. This issue, while it's still extremely weird, kind of brought it all together as to where the series itself is kind of going, or what Scotty Young is semi-planning on doing with it. I loved it. We have our main character. We've got this monster that is pretty much haunting the house. But from the last issue where it was very weird, so this is definitely a spoiler. In the last issue, they kind of had a love thing going on with each other. Our main character, this ghost entity being, and now this issue, everything goes a little sour. The last issue was more of a love story, just love between them both. This one, she's trying to escape, and now this being will not let it happen. It was phenomenal. Very dark issue. Check it out. Check this series out. Scotty Young is absolutely killing it with this one. So for those reasons, we've got the Me You Love in the Dark, issue number 4, coming in at number 4. Next up, we've got coming in at number 3 this week. This is Image's brand new crime ongoing series. We've got Newburn, issue number 1. This is cover A. Now, before I get into this issue, I'm just going to tell you straight up, I might be a little biased with this one. For those of you who don't know, before I joined the military, I got a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. I did a little bit of police work, and then I was a correctional officer for a little while. So anything that's a crime series, it usually hits home for me, and I'm a big fan of it. And this one was no exception, especially because it was done by Chip Zdarsky, who's also killing it on everything he's writing right now. So with this series, we've got our main character, Newburn, and he's kind of a mysterious character in the beginning. We get a little bit more info on him. He's kind of a private investigator. And then from there, it reads as if it's a typical crime issue. You know, he's trying to figure out what happened. He's doing some detective work. But then we got a plot twist a little bit past the middle, more towards the end. And that's why I'm so excited for this series. I'm not going to be spoiling that one for you. You got to read this one for yourself. If you're interested in anything crime relating, Chip Zdarsky killed it on this one. You're going to be a big fan, hopefully. So for those reasons, we've got Newburn, issue number 1, coming in at number 3. Now we're down to the top 2 issues of the week. We've got coming in at number 2 this week. This is AWA's brand new series. We've got Knighted, issue number 1. This is cover A. This was a phenomenal issue in my opinion. I hope you guys are still not sleeping on AWA. It seems like everything that they are coming out with, they are just killing it. Every brand new series has been absolute fire in my opinion. Even the one that I stopped reading was Marjorie Finnegan, Temporal Criminal. I still made it halfway through. And it's not even that I didn't like it. I just felt, for me and my financial standpoint, it was better to read it as a trade paperback. But I'm still going to end up reading it. This series, fantastic. It follows the main character. His name is Bob. He's a smart guy, but he's kind of put down a lot in life. He's not getting the respect that he deserves. And then from there, we've got the Knight. It's pretty much the superhero. They don't show him too much until a little bit around the middle, towards the end. And this is going to be a spoiler, and it's probably the best way I can describe it. If you can remember Tim Allen's movie Santa Claus from back in the day, that's exactly how this kind of played out. We got Bob, we've got the superhero, and just a tragic accident happens, and he's kind of like, oh, wow, look at this. And then from there, he becomes the actual superhero, and that's where our story is going to lead us. I'm really excited to see what they can do with Knighted. Bob seems like a very likable character as of now, so I'm really excited to see what they can do with him as a superhero. So we've got Knighted issue number 1 coming in at number 2. And this is it, my number 1 read of the week. We've got coming in at number 1 this week. This is Image's brand new arc. We've got The Silver Coin, issue number 6. This is cover A. I'm sure a lot of you guessed this was going to be my number 1 choice. Man, this was a phenomenal issue. I loved it. Every time I review an issue of The Silver Coin, I always reference the very first one, and I say that was hands down one of the best issues I've read all year. And I always just compared the issues to the other ones. I love the other issues too, but nothing truly topped that first one until we hit this one. This one was just as good, if not better, in my opinion. I loved it. I love the artwork. This was a phenomenally told story. To me, this is a horror Silver Coin issue, and obviously it's going to lead us into the next one. But with this one, this is going to be spoiler. As you can tell from the front cover, it deals with a video game and just kind of, he uses the coin as a quarter, and then he sort of gets sucked into the game. Incredible. If you were a fan of the rest of the series, you got to check this one out too. But for those reasons, we've got The Silver Coin, issue number 6, coming in at number 1. So what do you guys think about this week's new comic book day? Hands down, the read of the week, in my opinion, was The Silver Coin, issue number 6. But seriously, like I said before, those top 4 issues, they were all phenomenal, and they were really hard to put in an actual order. But The Silver Coin, that one truly took it away, in my opinion. But you know what time it is? Giveaway time. This week, I'm going to be giving away the Magic Order Volume 2, issue number 1. If you read the first volume, you're probably really going to like this one. I'm going to wait to read the rest of this after I read the first volume. But I'm not just going to be giving away this one. I've got some other really cool ones too. We've got from Absolute Comics, it's going to be a little one from them. We've got Dual Identity, issue number 1. We also have issue number 2, but I'm also going to be giving away Katrina issue number 1 and issue number 2 as well. So as always, all you have to do is make sure that you're subbed up to the channel and comment down below what your favorite issue of the week was. That's it. Let's get this video to 400 likes, and I'm going to throw another minor key in there as well. And as always, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And if you don't want to miss out on any of my upcoming content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified every time I drop new content. You won't regret it. And I've got 2 more videos sitting off the side here with more of my comic book content. Click on one of those and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.